Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week.
Hey, I'm back. Interruptions again, but we're here. I'm gonna try to finish this episode. I'm gonna try to split the episodes up. We'll see what happens though. Because I also want to check out that Idle Showdown game that just came out. Free to play. I think it's a fighting game. I'm not sure though. Anyway, I want to have the mic muted for a bit, so enjoy.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night.
I'm gonna steal her
Your
fucking
shots are
thermos.
turning out great.
Bitch.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Oh, you can see clear through her. Literally. It's shocking they didn't render her body. That means that if I was able to get the camera down lower, there would be no body there. I don't think this game will let you. Yeah, it clips. Alright, that's fine. Or it doesn't clip, it just... It's like a solid object. It's a CCTV.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell
I
me what
wish
you
I had
think.
a desk that was
No
that
kidding.
clean.
I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Looking at this setup here, because I've put my computer in the corner plenty of times, but it always feels like you're cutting yourself off. Like if it was here, which is also weird because you have all this negative space here that you're not doing anything with, but you have this entire area is your mouse pad. Where's this objective? It's the next room. Go in here and then the thing happens, right?
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
It's such a cool story, but at the same time, like
Okay.
the characters look so weird.
I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good.
My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Let's go talk to Sarah. What is this? Oh, it's this fishing pole.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that.
I want to play
coming
this.
from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up
I want
there.
to do stuff on that thing. Oh, Pee-wee. Buddy, there's nothing up here. Buddy, Pee-wee. Oh my goodness, he's so big. Sorry, the dog is on my lap right now, pretty much. I think he's looking for food, but there's nothing here. He's got food downstairs. Just gave him a bone thingy. One of those, the ones that are like stuffed, I guess.
Thank you for testing the license, Weaver. Everything
Boy.
seems to be fine. I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing, so you can't change them in the dark. I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now. Very good.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
That's how
Have you
phones
started
work.
looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight.
Mr. Wake, can I
Don't
help
do
you
nothing
with anything?
stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up.
here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Gordon. There's no sign of him.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they won't... Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
had told me to find a hole
whatever,
in
I
the
don't know
fence
what they call
behind
it,
the police station. There was
delisted
something
machine?
in an abandoned car.
The fact that I can't just jump over that is so dumb. Okay. I have, speaking of 360 games, I have a, oh boy, this backlot right here looks like a 360 backlot for sure. Anyway, I was gonna say I have what is that game? Stranglehold. The John Woo Chow, was it Chow Yun Fat game? 360. It was like Max Payne-ish.
Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
You don't get me, gosh.
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
As if that sign right there indicates as if somebody else is going to come through this gate right here and park back here. Alright.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah.
Kerr discounting Warriors road struggles. I forgot they had a really bad record on the road. Golden State Warriors.
On their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions.
Can I punch this dude? Don't I punch this dude at some point?
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
There it is.
Oh my!
Take it easy.
Yes.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone.
There was a
I
picture of a
told
CD in
Barry
the corner,
everything.
like I'm
He
playing
thought I
some
was
off like this.
certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him.
Damn disk
The
drive on
fact
my
that I'd
computer,
written
dude.
something, even
which
if I
does
couldn't
kinda suck.
remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story.
I think I have some.
I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow, I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
And everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
He reminds me so much of that guy from Infamous.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd
Can't pet
shake
the
your
dog.
hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Hell, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet.
Seriously, Al,
The
you
form's on
can't
the
just
desk
go
across
and
from
meet a
Max Kelly.
kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
If you're
Gosh,
trying to pull a joke on
really
me,
want to hire you
freak
for
me
a straight
out,
monitor.
it's working. Let's have a
That
laugh
was
on
the
Barry.
best.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And
Make
here
the
are
dog
the
fill it
keys.
out.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air. That's just crazy talk, Al. Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Damn. I just realized I don't have all of my batteries here. Set the switch lights. Oh, there's a couple of energizers right there. Those are double A's. Those things are huge. It should be 9 volts, I'd imagine, with a battery like this. Or a flash like this. I don't know why I'm going over here, but I am.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
I don't own State of Decay 2. I'm telling you, man, every time I see the graphics in this game, it's just something about it. It's like, Should go play State of Decay. I think what it is just it's the quality of the assets, because I think the first game on that was maybe 360 or Xbox One or something like that. Nothing back here. No more weird ammo, right? Nothing.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Just so clean.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to imagine. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly that. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
What's up with that weird light over there? Fucking tire swings. It's never worth it. Never worth it, dude. Here. There's me. Creepy house. Let's go to creepy house. I'm calling it a creepy house because this window's all jacked up. And it doesn't look as clean as the last one did. Can't go in there. I'm so startled. I should probably watch the TV in here, huh? It's really weird how they give you the option to open certain things and not everything.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Okay then. It's the Bad Boys. I've got no lights either.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page. The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone? Please, help!
Hello?
Back here. I'm back here. Hey. Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Rusty's not looking
Whatever
great.
did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
He said I must the lights. Oh, I need to go over here to get the lights on.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head.
Okay then.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty! Rusty!
The ground was covered with green patches that looked like liquid darkness.
I just need to take my senses.
None of this matters right here. What is that? What is that? I can't tell. Is that just a rock? I think it's just a rock.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Don't feed the animals.
Fishing
is only permitted
for those
visitors
who purchase a park
fishing
license.
The park ranger's instructions
At all times.
Rusty?
Rusty, no! Never! Two bears and wolves never approach any other. A little closer than 25 yards. That's much really. Never leave your camera. Historical artifacts from the park. This includes you made, or even simple berries.
What is this? In my head, this looks like it's leading somewhere, but it's just leading off a cliff, I guess. Can I grind this? Almost. Let's try it again. I'm gonna try to go for or we'll go for what is it called? A soul grind? Okay, that's something. I don't know rollerblading grinds.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
We're just gonna go. We're gonna keep going forward. No ammo here. Nothing, no reason to stop. Gonna keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Grab this, whatever's in here. This might be a flare gun if I'm lucky. No, I'm not lucky. It's not randomized, I just didn't know it was gonna be in there for sure. What does it say?
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Moonshine Cave. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Got a light up here. I was trying to dodge that dude. Didn't work. See, if it wasn't for the lights, I'd feel like I'm going backwards here. I don't know though. Maybe I am. I am. I need to go towards the other thing. Forget that light. Right? My objective is over there. Whatever. I don't know, man. Let's just go here. This should recover my life. Okay, now we're gonna follow this. We go towards this thing here. It's the next light. And we're gonna go down. Okay, we're gonna follow the signs for Lover's Peak. It's the way I want to do it. Because this is telling me to go straight, but this is saying go here. Just about these dudes, there's a light down at the bottom of the hill. That's what I'm headed to. To talk myself through it because all this looks the same. It's almost like I'm in the woods, and the woods are disorienting. Should have bad guys showing up soon. This looks like a trap. I don't know why. as boxers say, it's not the shots, it's not the punches that you see that hurt. They might hurt, but they're not the ones that do the damage. It's the ones that you don't see. So like this dude being right here, that's the one that'll screw you over. Read, I can't read. And I'm really thinking I might go clean up in the living room and see if I can play this down there. I don't know. It's a bigger TV. Say no drugs. Nice. There we go. Okay. Oh, dogs must be leashed. There's nothing to do with drugs. So I'm just going to mention a random game that I'm, for some reason, maybe because they have laws that are listed right there. There's that RoboCop game coming out at some point, which supposedly sounds like it's not looking super great. Rogue City, I think. I don't know. I think RoboCop is a really... Gotta be honest, it is hard for me to watch the opening of RoboCop. Like, the opening, fine. But when it comes to the entire, like, the murder scene, I'm like, I don't want to see all this. Like, you guys got the point across really good. But then it keeps going. It's so excessive. But that's part of the point of the movie. But, yeah, the movie itself is pretty cool. But I think the poster is iconic. But it's just never been like my favorite thing. Like if I was gonna choose between the two, I would much rather watch a Terminator movie or a RoboCop movie most times. There's a thermos that's hard to get to for no reason. There's another thermos. What is this glowing light here? That's death, right? Like, there's no way that's not death. There's no way to get over there as far as I can tell. Just a moment. All I'm thinking about right now is stupid Idle Showdown game. I cut the game on for a second, but I haven't done anything besides look at the main menu. And there's the first thing it did was just like tag me for streamer mode. Streamer mode enabled, so I don't know what's in that game. I'm sure it's got songs or something that I should know that I don't. Yikes. We do all sorts of stuff today, man. Maybe, possibly. So I haven't played anything in VR in a while. And it's because, like, I have a room next door that's pretty much empty, but, like, man, my dog, he has been all over me lately whenever I'm home. And I'm just like, I can't really do it in here. Because if I close the door, he's like, what's going on? And there's something wrong with the boy. And he just sort of starts scratching, you know, just getting loud. So, can't really play anything in here. And if I go in the room next door, it's the same kind of thing. It's not as bad in there, but it still happens. So. The Oregon Treaty. I don't know anything about Oregon, honestly. This game takes place in Washington, right? Maybe it is Oregon, I don't know.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
I forgot why I was playing this game through Epic, and it's because I wanted to have more hours on a game on the Epic Store. I'm telling you, at some point I will end up buying this game on, what's it called too, on Switch. Don't know when. I think this is a cool game. I think it's got some issues, but it's still cool. Just having a nice, relaxing, calming ride from one side to the other. What's going
We gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares won't keep the bastards away.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up.
first peek. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it. A little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's open. Move it or lose it. Oh, you feeling better, Wake? All cozy and safe. Come on. Only sissies are afraid of the dark. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon. This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake. You just keep coming. Die already, die!
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here! He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
This is where I'm going, right? I think this is a waste of time. That's a good sound.
Warn me about these traps. I wouldn't want to get caught in one of them. Those teeth look nasty.
There's no reason to even be over here other than a death wish. So many.
Sarah didn't care about the legal threats Wake's agent had made. She let Wake go without argument, because there was something about him she couldn't quite put her finger on, something that reminded her of her father. She didn't think Wake would hurt his wife. Then she thought about the way he waded into Hartman, that hair-trigger rage flaring up without warning.
Take that, cans. Oh, yeah, shoot, man! I need to look into stuff. I think I have to remind myself I don't care. I kind of do. NBA 2K is going for like 2K23 is going for like $8 or something like that on Humble Bundle right now because they're having their spring sale. But that game is forever on sale, especially during stuff like, you know, the playoffs and the finals. So, and I keep thinking like, man, if I get that game, I should get it on Switch. But it's like the file size is so big. I don't know. It also doesn't look as good, but for me, I feel like it'd be cool to have it on the go. I think when I was originally playing this game, I was probably trying to like shoot people. I might have missed the entire tooltip about like, oh, you gotta get rid of the shadows. That's their armor. That's their hyper armor if you want to do damage. Oh, there we go. Two. Back up. Back up, scrubs. These guys are all up on me. They're like, so what's going to happen is the moment I leave these shadows, all those dudes are going to pop back up. I do have 4 flares, so I can use those, but shot a shotgun. Look at that, perfect timing. Oh, I got a hunting rifle. Close enough.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen down, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
This is pointing over this way, which makes me think it wants me to go. Like that was part of the plan. But it's like a 50-50 shot of him actually. Yeah, he's not going to grab onto that. Right? I want to see more paint over here. I have no clue what that thing is trying to point me to. Whatever. Hold on. Wait, what's this? Oh, it's over there. Okay. I can use these. Just a second. This is a dumb thought, but I was just thinking, like, man, you know what would be pretty cool in VR? This. And it's only because there's so many different, like, things. Like, imagine just, like, running through the woods and having to worry about pointing lights at the enemies and stuff like that and seeing them move around, and, you know, you actually have to spin. Like, you need to look around pretty quick in person. Look at that thermos. Look at that collectible over there. There's a fourth dude here somewhere. It's behind me somewhere. It's all good. There it is. Amazing. That's the thing that gave me damage. Oop.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around. When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
I don't care. I'm on the edge of my seat right now, so it's because I don't feel like sitting back. The darkness wears your face.
Widowmakers.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked
Stretchy
up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
He just calls them the Taken now. I don't know when that happened. General Ram must be nearby. I was thinking about a while ago playing the Gears games, like specifically Gears 1 through 3, but I played 5 back when that came out. I've also played 4 when that came out, I think about it, but like nice. Let's go. I was like, how do you get in here? That's always a good sign.
Is a hazardous occupation.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What, am I crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Spooky birds. Spooky birds scare me.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods. To get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus. The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
As ammo should be in the women's restroom.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Sorry, it's wrestling stuff. Alright, what are we doing? I just had this dumb thought. I was like, I wonder if people are still playing Left 4 Dead multiplayer. Of course they are. Left 4 Dead multiplayer is really cool. I couldn't convince anybody back then that I knew to play with me. Everybody wanted to play the co-op. But the PvP multiplayer was just like different. Like specifically I liked playing just the different, you know, monsters or whatever. The special infected, I believe they called them. Got him. Let's go, I guess. Let's go off-road. That felt a lot more exciting in my head. I'm gonna do this sick jump and it's gonna be awesome. It's like, no, I barely got off the ground. I gotta find Barry. Oh, the car just recharges automatically anyway. It's fine. I guess. It's a really anticlimactic way to end this. We're good.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Nerd.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. Not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you. Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
The fact that there's the flare gun and flare gun ammo is very strange.
Al! Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
There's clearly ammo or something back here somewhere. There it is.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old
dear diner.
Good girl.
Come here. Pretty please, can you tell me where I am? You, won't you say something? I need to get my bearings amongst, and the shadows keep on changing. And I'm haunted by the lies that I've loved and actions I have hated.
Yes, indeed.
Inside my haunted head.
I wish this is the general fade out when I hit skip, but I think it just stops.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose.
All right,
Sure.
I'll be right back again. I'm going to do the same thing we did earlier. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to come back because, as you can see, episode 3. So, BRB. It's an intermission, you know. This is when you go get your popcorn and stuff. All right, that was about an hour and a half. I think that's about as long as the first episode was too. So I'm not gonna say I can get through this today. I don't know. It'd be cool if I could, because I really want to check out Quantum Break since it's the one game in this trilogy I haven't touched yet. But